I am driving alone across the African savanna in my dusty off-road Jeep, following a faint dirt track that cuts through tall yellow grass under a wide, pale sky. The engine hums steadily, and everything feels routine, predictable, almost meditative. The land stretches endlessly, flat and exposed, with scattered acacia trees and distant heat shimmer blurring the horizon. I am focused on the road ahead, scanning for rocks and uneven ground, when something small moves abruptly at the edge of the track and forces me to slow down. I ease my foot off the accelerator as a lion cub suddenly steps into full view, standing directly in front of the Jeep. The lion cub is very young, undersized, with dusty golden fur and an unsteady posture that does not match the confidence of a healthy animal. The lion cub's body is tense, ribs slightly visible, and one of its front legs is bent awkwardly, refusing to bear full weight. The savanna around us remains open and silent, offering no immediate shelter or sign of an adult lion nearby. I stop the Jeep completely, gripping the steering wheel as the lion cub remains in place instead of running away. The injured lion cub looks straight toward me, ears low, breathing fast, clearly exhausted. The cub takes a few painful steps closer, limping heavily, then pauses again in the open dirt road, exposed and vulnerable to predators, dehydration, and the relentless sun. There is no sound of roaring, no aggressive display, only a small, wild animal pushing itself forward despite fear and pain. I stay inside the Jeep, watching as the lion cub circles slightly, then sits down hard on the ground, lifting the injured leg off the dirt. The cub's tail flicks weakly, and its eyes remain fixed on me. Not threatening, not playful, but urgent. In the vast African savanna, with no pride in sight and no cover nearby, the injured lion cub makes no attempt to flee. Instead, the lion cub holds its position in front of my stopped Jeep, silently insisting that I notice, silently asking for something it cannot express any other way. I remain inside my stopped Jeep, fully aware that an injured lion cub standing alone in the open savanna means something is deeply wrong. The sun hangs high, and the heat presses down on both of us, draining energy with every second that passes. I scan the tall yellow grass and distant acacia trees, knowing that a lion cub without protection is exposed to dehydration, predators, and territorial adult lions that will not tolerate weakness. I notice the lion cub's breathing becoming faster, its small chest rising and falling unevenly as it struggles to stay upright. The injured front leg trembles, muscles tight and exhausted, forcing the cub to shift its weight constantly to avoid collapsing. The dirt road offers no shelter, no shade, and the open terrain makes escape impossible if danger suddenly appears. I understand that staying still too long increases the risk of adult lions returning, or scavengers detecting vulnerability. I feel the pressure of time as I consider my limitations, trapped inside a vehicle with no immediate tools and no certainty of what caused the injury. I know that getting out of the Jeep could provoke fear or aggression, yet doing nothing guarantees the lion cub will not survive long in this condition. The savanna remains silent, but that silence feels temporary, fragile, and dangerous. The lion cub attempts to stand again, fails, and drops back onto the dirt, dust clinging to its fur and wounds. Its eyes never leave me, tracking every movement I make inside the Jeep, as if measuring whether I am the last chance available. I realize that if I hesitate too long, the situation will escalate beyond control, and the window to act will close completely. I decide that waiting is no longer an option, and I slowly open the Jeep door, careful not to make sudden movements. I keep my body low and visible, using the open door as partial protection while I assess the distance between myself and the injured lion cub. The cub reacts by stiffening its body, ears flattening briefly, but it does not attempt to flee due to the injured front leg limiting its movement. I step onto the dirt road, the heat immediately hitting my face, and I stop several meters away to avoid provoking panic. I reach back into the Jeep and retrieve a long jacket and a water container, knowing I need barriers and slow actions to reduce stress. The injured lion cub remains on the ground, breathing fast, eyes locked on me, muscles tense but weak. I use the jacket to gently extend my reach, placing it on the ground to guide the cub away from the road without touching it directly. I signal for professional help using my radio, clearly identifying the presence of an injured lion cub and my exact location in the savannah. Every movement stays deliberate and controlled, understanding that one wrong decision could cause the cub to bolt, collapse, or attract nearby predators. As time passes, a wildlife rescue vehicle appears in the distance, moving fast across the savannah. Trained rescuers prepare medical equipment, approaching with caution and coordination. Together, we carefully secure the injured lion cub, stabilizing the damaged leg and preparing it for safe transport, knowing that intervention at this precise moment makes survival possible. As the rescuers begin lifting the injured lion cub, the cub suddenly panics, twisting its small body as pain surges through the damaged leg. The movement causes the cub to slip partially from the stabilizing hold, and for a brief moment its body collapses awkwardly onto the dirt road, breathing turning frantic and shallow. Dust rises around the cub as its strength visibly drains, and I recognize the signs of shock setting in under the relentless heat. One rescuer signals to stop immediately, and everything freezes as the cub lies motionless for a second that feels far too long. The injured lion cub's chest barely moves, its eyes half open and unfocused, the injured front leg bent at a dangerous angle that threatens permanent damage or death. I feel the weight of the moment fully, knowing that one wrong adjustment could end the rescue completely. I force myself to stay calm and reposition the jacket under the cub's chest, lifting slightly to open its airway while keeping pressure off the injured leg. The rescuers adjust their grip, working quickly but carefully, realigning the cub's body and securing the leg with firmer stabilization. The cub releases a weak breath, chest rising more evenly as oxygen reaches its lungs again. The decision to pause, stabilize, and change approach shifts everything. The injured lion cub regains a fragile rhythm of breathing, muscles slowly relaxing as the immediate crisis passes. With coordinated movement, we lift the cub again, this time steady and controlled, knowing that this single correct decision stands between loss and survival.